different scenarios. How can we kind of build a hip bump sweep game from here? Let's just say Carl is on his knees. We looked at roughly 4 variations when he's on his knees, and he's got inside control, no beauty. So again, from that position, we used a misdirection method. So I open my legs, I stretch my arms out, so the car's still connection. And when I come this way, he can use his head to stop me sitting up. So then we went this way and we come up. And if he's probably going to ollie lock me, I just put my hands in the arm. And then I hit him on my chest. My chest is on the mat and then my hips. We also looked at a variation where if he was still playing that and I couldn't remove that contact, I could lift my hip and get inside control. And then I push that arm out and I come up and do the same thing. I mean, it's the same thing the whole time. I want to beat the head, beat the arm, get my chest facing the mat, and then I just take a step. Then we looked at grip, different grip methods. If Carl was using the lapels, back to this more common variation. So again, at this time I'd make the grip on the primary arm. So when I come under and I find the sleeve and I break this off, and what are we looking for? The side scissor position, which we looked at the very start of this mesocycle. Carl puts his hand on the mat. I shoot too many videos with Tyrone. Again, we talked about last time, it's hard for Carl to posture when he keeps his hand away from, see the way his hand's away from me? Hard for him to actually posture. It's better if he keeps the hand up there. He can really get a much more leverage to posture. So when that hand's there and he pulls the hand back, I'm on knees and be coming up. Hitting him with the hip bump again. And then we now have that cross cuff method as well. He makes a grip. Instead of making the grip on the primary arm, I come under and go for the secondary arm. So again, lift my hip, punch that off, rip this. And again, some people were struggling. I have to come under this arm. Some people were trying to come over the arm, and it's kind of restricts you from coming up. Again, because Carl only has one lapel there, it's a lot easier when they kind of come up sideways. Check this out. Put it on my hip. And then we looked at the variations of he doesn't stay on his knees. So Carl does his grips, and then he comes up into combat base. Up, and we're there. So again, I can make the whizzer on this, and I can collapse his base 2 ways. If I can get this foot under me, I'll probably take him down this way. Once I hit him on the hip, I free this hand, and then I can collect that. Or sometimes when he goes to combat base and I find it difficulty bringing that foot towards me, I just turn my hip and put him on this hip. Once I have him on that hip, again, I open my legs, get my chest towards the mat, engage my hips. Carl has to keep his hand there, because if he doesn't, he's falling, and then I'll just collect it and hit it with my hip. And then we have the standing. So I've missed the combat base, and now he goes to the standing. So again, we have 2 variations where I get the cross cuff grip. From there, lift my hips, waiter sweep to put him down. I'm coming up, hitting him with my hip. Or he breaks that grip, and then I switch to that handstand sweep. Once I get his hip on the mat, it's all about me getting my hips higher than his, connecting that arm. Right, so if you weren't here for all the classes, obviously drill the ones you know. If you're new tonight, just drill the one we did earlier. Okay? Let's put it all together, play